Alright athletes, welcome back in. We got that week 4 NFL DFS video for you. Gonna go over the cash lineup here. Then I'll be posting a GPP lineup later on the Patreon page. But let's get started with that cash build. We'll be uploading this to YouTube, so let's check it out for you guys. Gonna start off with the quarterback here. Really for me, it's gonna be Phillip Rivers. I'm gonna be looking at him a lot. I really like him as a play. I think he's got a nice save 20 DK floor. Really not a bad match going against the San Francisco 49ers, who have just been giving up a lot of points in the air. So let's go with him. I'll show you some other options real quick, though. So I really don't mind CJ Beathard, like I touched on in the opening drive video that I posted earlier. Quarterbacks that are this cheap, it's kind of hard for them not to hit that value. And they're going against the Chargers, who haven't been the best against the pass. You could also go with Josh Allen. Don't mind him. Going against the Packers, who aren't the best against running quarterbacks. And then you could maybe go with Eli Manning. That seems like a nice stackable game, more of a GPP play for me. So yeah, we're going to go with Phillip Rivers as a quarterback. Then the next play I want to touch on is going to be Giovanni Bernard. So I touched on this in the opening drive video as well. He's going against the Atlanta Falcons, who in the last two games, they've given up 31 DK points to the running back. That was against Christian McCaffrey and Alvin Kamara, so I don't exactly expect that. But in 4 games without Joe Mixon, Giovanni Bernard has averaged 20 DK points. So I just really like that. He is questionable right now, but he was limited. I don't think Joe Mixon is going to play, so I really like him as an option. And then I touched on this last week in the video. Whenever you can get a workhorse back under 7K, that's kind of what you want to target. We got Tevin Coleman at under 6K in a really nice matchup. He's going against the Cincinnati Bengals, who have given up the 7th most rushing yards to running backs. So I really like this option. I think he's going to have a nice safe floor of around 13 DK points, which isn't that much, but he is going to 2x at the salary, so really not bad. Some other options that I really do like at running back here, let's go back to it. Going to be Melvin Gordon. He's going in that San Francisco game. I think that's just going to be a nice safe floor for you. Really like Jordan Howard as well. Really not a bad option. Going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who, as you can see here, haven't been the best against the run. Ezekiel Elliott, though, this is a play that I really do like. Going against the Detroit Lions, who have given up the most rushing yards per game. Even last week, they stopped the run seemingly pretty well, but they gave up 4.7 yards per carry still to the running back. So I do like him. Matt Breida, not a bad option, more of a GPP option for you. Kenyon Drake, really not a bad option as well. The New England Patriots have given up the 2nd most rushing yards per game. Definitely a GPP option. Lamar Miller, not a bad option going against Indy. That's a defense we've been targeting for years, it seems like, against the running back. Sonny Michel, not a bad option as well. Chris Carson, I really like him. He'd probably be a cash lock for me if I knew how many carries he was going to get. Last week he saw 32 carries. It was insane. I really like that. That's what the Seahawks need to do. They need to get him the ball. He's a really good running back. I like him. Going to be a GPP play for me as well. And then, where is he? Kerryon Johnson, not a bad option as well. But those are kind of going to be the running backs I'm looking at. Probably would rank them almost in the same order as what I went through just now. But let's get into receiver here. So the first receiver I'm going to start off is going to be Jarvis Landry. They just got dominated by the Miami Dolphins. And those are all routes that Jarvis Landry runs. So I really like Jarvis Landry. Look at his targets. The lowest he saw was 7. So that still gave him a nice floor of around 12 DK points. So I really like Jarvis Landry this week. I think he's going to be a 15 DK play for you. Not a bad option. And then we get into the value tier. So the value tier so far is phenomenal. You look at Sterling Shepard in that dream matchup going against the New Orleans Saints without Evan Ingram. I really like him as an option. You still have Tyler Boyd in a really nice matchup, still a little bit underpriced. You could maybe follow the hype train of Calvin Ridley. I'm not doing that. Not a bad tournament option for you, though. Let's see here. Antonio Callaway, not a bad option. So Mike Williams here. So obviously I have Phillip Rivers as my quarterback. I really like Mike Williams. You look at his game log, it's been really nice. Hasn't been under 10 DK points yet. Keenan Allen hasn't practiced Wednesday and Thursday. I'm making this video on Thursday, so I really like Mike Williams. But that also brings into play for Tyrell Williams. I really like both of those plays. I'm going to go with Mike Williams for now, with the option to to play Tyrell Williams potentially over Mike Williams, depending on the news that comes out. So getting into tight end, I am going to be going back to the wall with Eric Ebron. I do not think that Jack Doyle will be playing. And, Houston's not the best against the pass, against tight ends. But Eric Ebron, people didn't see this. He had 2 drop touchdowns last week. Now, it was in the rain, so I kind of give him a pass. But the fact is that Andrew Luck is looking to get him the ball in the end zone. So I really like that. All right, so defense. I really like the Chargers, Jaguars. Really good options for you there. And then look at the Seahawks. They've been quietly good. No one's really touched on this. And now they're going against a rookie quarterback and Josh Rosen. I really like that. I mean, look at this. This is not too bad at all. I'm going to put them in there for now with the option to maybe go back and pay up if I have enough left over. So now let's see who we got here. I really want to get Odell Beckham in there. I don't like the build that's left with it. You could go Tyrell Williams there if you wanted to, but I typically like to have 3 running backs in my cash build. It's a little bit safer. So let's see here. I'm going to go with Ezekiel, like I touched on. He has that really nice matchup going against the Detroit Lions. He'll probably get that 100-yard bonus. He's been good so far. I mean, he's just a nice, solid play each and every week. Has a nice floor for you. So that leaves us with 4.9K. And you know who that leaves us with? Think about it. Who is it? Who did I touch on? It's going to be Sterling Shepard. Come on, guys. This is going to be a good matchup for him. Evan Ingram is out. It's going against the Saints. And, he's looked good so far. He had that really good breakout game last week. So I think more of the same is going to continue for him. I do think he probably has a floor of 10 DK points with upside of that 20 DK points he had last week. All right, guys, so that's going to be the lineup for now. There's some different ways you can construct it. I'll show it to you real quick just so you guys can see. So let's pay down. Let's go with Beathard. Yeah, that's right. We're going with Beathard because he's the lowest price quarterback and he has that rushing ability. He has a little bit of a floor, I guess you could say, with that rushing ability. He'll probably get you 12 DK points, which at that price, not too bad. Now it's either Chargers defense or the Jaguars defense. I'm going to go with the Chargers defense, which is kind of weird. You're like, hey, why would you pay down at quarterback and then play the defense that's going against that quarterback? It's a cash option, you guys. So what is this? Bad math right now, but it's like 7.5K for this stack, and it's probably going to get you 20 DK points, which isn't horrible. I mean, that's not great, but it has upwards of giving you 30 DK points. And then that gets you Odell Beckham Jr. So, I mean, the floor of this lineup goes up a little bit more, but the ceiling is definitely lowered, so I don't mind this lineup as well. It's just another way to look at it. I definitely like the lineup that I did first the best. But that's what I'm going to be going with so far right now, guys. Like I said, I will post the picture of my cash lineups on FanDuel, DraftKings, and even Yahoo on my Patreon page. So give that a look, guys. Really appreciate the view. Tell me what your favorite plays are in the comment section and why. I would appreciate that. Let's have a good week. Let's get those green screens going again. Thanks.